Welcome back to the Huge Yanks. Bienvenue à the Huge Yanks. We're talking Canada soccer and U.S. soccer. Today, this is being reloaded the day after due to, as I said, ongoing exams and projects everywhere for me. So, still doing my best to upload videos, and this is the best I can do. So, hope you guys still enjoy, but we still got a lot to unpack anyway from what happened yesterday for the USA's women's game against Uzbekistan, as it was 9-1. Almost, it could have easily been more too, depending on if the USA could have finished more of their chances. But nonetheless, there's a lot of goals to unpack here, and we've got a lot to talk about. Um, Unfortunately for the United States, I mean, this is due to ongoing pandemic restrictions for countries worldwide. This is the one of the only games that was available for them. So unfortunately, they're not able to play tougher opponents and the opponents that they kind of wish they can play, but you got to kind of work with what you got depending on what you have in the world, right? And now after this game, they've got 3 games until the all-important September. Starting in September, everything really matters, as that CONCACAF tournament is a friendly reminder that we're qualifying for 2 competitions in 1 tournament for the first time ever. So you've got the Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand next year that will be this tournament in September will act as a qualifier for, as well as even the 2024 Olympics. So lots on the line here on this tournament coming up in September, which is why these next 3 games, including this one they just played, hopefully they can find something to take something out of it. I believe that they can find maybe 1 or 2 pieces. For sure, the Uzbekistan goal, you can definitely take something out of that, as I'll get to it, but it's something that the USA kind of reminder that, why they should, just a reminder on why they should clean up on corners and just mark up and stuff. So that's already one set piece or one area they can work on more. I know they got 3 games left, another back-to-back or the second half coming up in on Tuesday in Philadelphia or Chester, Pennsylvania, home of the Philadelphia Union, when they play Uzbekistan again. Typically in the rematch matches, we always see that these matches are a lot closer, given that Uzbekistan or the other team typically learns a lot more from them, or like they just learn, or the USA just switches things up and kind of eases off a little bit, or both. But typically the second game is a little bit closer than the first one, so I'm expecting maybe the second one to be only 4-0, maybe 3-0, depending on how Uzbekistan plays. But it's probably going to be a lot closer now that Uzbekistan knows what to expect and how to defend the United States. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and start unpacking these goals. And before we do that, we'll go to starting lineup, as I don't want to keep the video too long. So, because the goals themselves are already they're probably going to take up a lot of time. But here's the starting lineup. We have Alyssa Nair, Abby Dahlkemper, Kelly O'Hara, Mallory Pugh, Lindsey Horan, Sophia Smith, by the way, who had a hat trick, a big hat trick, Alana Cook, Rose Lavelle, Andy Sullivan, Emily Fox, and Katarina Macario. Big lineup, or pretty good lineup there for the USA. And then we go to our all-important goals. Man, a lot of them here. And it starts in the 26th minute where Katarina Macario fires the ball into the box from the corner and is headed around the box before eventually headed home by Andy Sullivan. Go! USA! It is now 1-0 USA already. And I was just talking, man, when is the USA going to break through? 26 minutes, or 20 minutes have gone by. Uzbekistan did a really good job just holding in, digging in, but the USA found a way to kick down the door. And this is one of those games where when it rains, it pours. You get 1 goal, a whole flood of goals come, and that's exactly what happened in this game. But because right off the kickoff, literally in the 27th minute, right when the Uzbekistan tries to restart play, the USA presses and powers forward, and Mallory Pugh's on the ball, and she just slides it home within seconds. Go! USA is now 2-0, and just off the kickoff, I mean, man, now just like that in the blink of an eye, it's 2-0 from 0-0. So, wow, incredible. And then 6 minutes later, Mallory Pugh dribbles down the sideline, whips it into Roosevelt, but instead, it goes past Roosevelt, but Sophia Smith there's a backup, and she buries it for her, I think her first international goal, or second international goal, I believe, second international goal it is. And it's now 3-0 USA, her first of the match, though, out of 3. And yes, 3-0 USA. 35th minute. So 2 minutes later, a beautiful ball is played through to Sophia Smith again, and Sophia Smith this time catches the keeper outside the box and just puts it past her, and go! 4-0 USA. And this is just a lot a lot of goals already. Sophia Smith already has her second just like that in the blink of an eye. And then right off the halftime, so halftime is 4-0, but right off the kickoff, once again, in the second half, 46, basically 45 seconds in, it's Katarina Carly dribbles in, Brown was the keeper, and just slots it home. It's 5-0 USA. Go! Just like that. And then in the 56th minute, Mallory Pugh is wide open after she received a perfect through ball. She rounds the keeper as well. Carbon copy almost of what Mallory Pugh did, but was what Conor Macario did. But Pugh does it nonetheless, except she passes it to a wide open Sophia Smith, who completes her hat trick. Go USA, 6-0, her hat trick. She's got her first hattie, and just like that, from one goal in some international games to now 4 goals, just like that in one game. And then we go to the 64th minute, where what a goal this is. Mallory Pugh swings the ball into the box, headed around for a little bit before Jalen Howell with her first international goal. And what a way to score your first international goal, as she kind of hits a wicked side heel, or not even a back heel, but it's a side heel, and it kind of goes over the keeper's head and into the back of the net, almost like a half chip, half heel. Don't know what this is, but hey, I loved it, and I'm pretty sure she loves it too. Everybody loves it. It's her first international goal. Go! USA 7 now to the good of Uzbekistan. However, Uzbekistan would fight back and ruin something, as Uzbekistan swings in a corner, and it's dealt with poorly by the USA. This is where the area that they could work on, as I'm pretty sure this is probably that one goal they're going to harp on and focus going forward. But it lands to Norboyeva, and Norboyeva taps it in for Uzbekistan with her knee, and it ruins the shutout, not only for the game for the USA, but for that whole at least 17 game home game streak shutout, or however many games. It was a long game. It was a long series of games for the home, as prior to Uzbekistan, the only team that had scored on the USA in their home soil was Japan back in 2020, I believe, or 2019. It's been a while, but Uzbekistan has now changed that, and they're now on the board as well. So it's 7-1. 86th minute, though, USA swings the ball in over the top to Ashley Hatch, and right after Ashley Hatch was receiving instruction from Coach Vlatko Ananowski and a few other staff members on the sideline, she just out-jumps the keeper, as the keeper once again comes out early, and it's into the back of the net, and it's now 8-1 for the USA. Go, USA! And then finally, literally the final kick of the match, 90th minute, Ashley Sanchez dribbles her way into the box and just puts it past the Uzbekistan keeper. Go, USA! It's 9th, and that's the way it would end. 9-1 USA. For Uzbekistan, it was really unfortunate, but I mean, there's some stuff that they can definitely learn from this going forward. Nonetheless, we head to the stats, as, oh my gosh, guys, 34 shots to 1. I mean, Uzbekistan technically finished 100%, as they had 1 shot on target and then 1 win in the back of the net. It was from Norboyeva. But look at this for the United States. 17 of the 34 shots, 50% were on target. I mean, and they could have even had a lot more, depending on if they would have finished it. And there were some that went off the post and stuff that could have easily finished. But 34 shots and 17 on target, guys, I've never seen someone take that many shots before. But nonetheless, we got to look at the opponent. No offense to Uzbekistan, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's what you're supposed to do. This was kind of expected from the USA, and so nonetheless, they did that. 74% possession to 26% possession, 519 passes completed to 183 passes completed, 83% pass accuracy to 49% pass accuracy, 6 fouls apiece, 1 yellow card for the USA to none for Uzbekistan, no red cards, 7 offsides to none, a lot of offsides for the USA, and 9 corners to 2, just unbelievable, and just, I don't know, it's really unfortunate for Uzbekistan, although I'll start with Uzbekistan. One problem area, or one area that kept giving them problem, I know, that hopefully they could work on for the second game, come in Chester, Pennsylvania. The keeper who keeps coming out early. And I know even the announcer said it's pretty difficult for her to stay back given the way that their coach had her set up. But, I mean, the keeper, she just kept coming out early. And the USA, for the most part, I mean, they just did what you're supposed to do. You punish her. You know, make her think about the decision, which, I mean, throughout all game long, she just kept coming out early. And she kind of almost had no choice, as I said, given the way Uzbekistan was designed to play in this game. and so it really left her vulnerable. But we'll see if the coach can change up tactics going for the second game. But I mean, the keeper just kept facing a firing squad. I mean, it was goal after goal after goal. No matter what she did, I mean, for the most part, I mean, she just kept getting scored on. But hey, I mean, now maybe you can take these goals, lessons, and let's see what you can do going into the next game. And maybe it'll be a lower scoring game, but yeah, nonetheless, pretty brutal night for her. But got to start somewhere, and who knows? Someone says maybe. I mean, they've got other young goalkeepers too. She's only 24, I believe. But I mean, hopefully this game's a learning lesson for them. But maybe we might see new goalkeepers in the next game, and they might get some of the same learning lessons too. But yeah, nonetheless, I mean, it was a rough day, rough night for her, and hopefully we'll see if she plays again. We'll see what she learned in terms of staying back. If not, she's gonna stay back. Then we'll see. We'll see if she gets punished again. But nonetheless, it just really sucks for her. I mean, no matter what she did, I mean, she just kept coming out early in the USA. Just kept punishing her. So really unfortunate there. But overall, for the USA, I mean, you did for the most part what you were supposed to do: dominate Uzbekistan and work the ball around. I mean, they played a low block, but Uzbekistan's low block was not as strong as Nigeria or Jamaica's low block that they played back in October. So there was definitely a lot more easier to break down, and yeah, it was. I mean, definitely a lot more manageable given Uzbekistan. But I mean, we'll see how they play out, as I said in the second game. But there's only one area that I can critique for the USA. I'm pretty sure that even everybody could probably critique is the corner or the set piece from Uzbekistan in the 70th minute where Joy Borba, there was just not dealt with properly by the USA, and she basically had a free tap in with a knee, and she got on the score sheet, and that was just that's got to be a learning lesson for the USA. As I mean, that was a poor clearance, and it ended up leading to a costly goal. Not a costly goal, but we say costly as in quotation because it didn't. It was a consolation goal, but one that for sure probably hurt against the USA to concede. And as I mean, it's a wide open knee, and I mean, hey, for set pieces, you can't be doing that for the USA. As now other teams like European teams or any other tough opponents that might play you, just substitute Uzbekistan for them, and they might if you play like that on those corner set pieces, you might be killed all day on those. So definitely got to work on those. But as I said, that was the only thing I saw. Other than that, I mean, the U.S. pretty much did what they could have done. Maybe you can always use that old critique where you say, you can finish more shots. But as I said, 9 shots. I mean, 9 goals to 1, 13 goals to 1. I don't know, 17 goals to 1. No matter how it ends at this point, it's a blowout. In the USA basically proved the point. They're like, okay, for the most part, they can finish against this kind of team and against this kind of keeper. Well, we'll see what they do go in the next game. Maybe they might, not focus on scoring a lot of goals. Maybe they might just play tactics or something, or focus on another thing that they want to work on for it. As I said, they've only got 3 games left. After that, after the next one will be 2. So they're probably gonna fix something other than trying to work on their attack. I don't know. Maybe work on defense, even though it might be a little challenging to do against Uzbekistan. But maybe I don't know. But we'll see with Vlatko Ananowski what kind of tactics and stuff he'll work on for the next game. But nonetheless, I mean, that's pretty much all I can say about this one. Which is there was a dominant performance by the USA. As you saw, 34 shots to 1. Of course, the one opportunity Uzbekistan got, they did make the best of it, 1-1. But the USA had 17 on target, 34 in general. I mean, it was just they basically did what they were supposed to do, and I mean, other than one, maybe 2, maybe just one mistake in general that I saw. I mean, that's really all I gotta say, and we'll see what they do going forward. But nonetheless, if you like this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about it. Also, remember to hit the subscribe and as well as the bell notification. That way you know when a video is uploaded, like this one since it's late. And tell your friends, a firing squad.